Hey guys, this is a review of the MA3TY 4X compact scope. This is Egyptian air gunner here. This scope is really good for like grab and go air gunner, like he grabs his rifle and goes out hunting, doesn't even think about it. Likes a lightweight scope, like a compact rifle you see I got here on the impact, on the FX impact. I mean, this is like a cheap scope for this $2,000 rifle, but still, I mean, it does its job. I go squirrel hunting a lot in Florida and I walk like 8 to 12 miles a day. Just walking, and just having a scope on there that weighs like 30 ounces is not really an option. This scope I think weighs about 8 ounces. Let me check the box. It weighs about 15 ounces, okay, so so it's about half what you usually have on there. A Hawk's Eye one I think is like 28 or 27 ounces, so it's still pretty light. And it's good for close quarters like squirrel hunting and stuff. So squirrel hunting is like max of like 30, 50 yards, and I'm getting really good groups with this of 50 yards. I'm getting like 1-inch groups. I mean, I get half an inch and every day easy with any other scope, but it's like on 60 magnification or like 10 magnification. So this is just a 4X, and it has like this is basically a copy of the Trigicon. It's basically a copy of the Trigicon. I forgot the name. It's the 4X Trigicon. It's the same look, same everything. Just has those extra rails on the side, which are really handy for lasers or flashlight. And has this top side fiber optic and back iron sights with like a white outline on them, like the Glocks. So I say screw the iron sights. They're really not accurate past 10 yards. They're good if you're like greasing rabbits in your backyard, but that's it. So yeah, basically screw the iron sights and focus on the scope. The scope has like let me show you a picture of the reticle. I don't know if it's gonna show up or not. Just search up Trigicon range reticle 4X. This is the same one. Has a 4 mark on it and a 6 mark on it. You can basically shoot until 100 yards with this, but I don't know how accurate you'll be because it's just a 4X. So it has like 3 color illumination. It has green, red, and yellow, and this is the color tile or turret. You twist around and you change colors. Just make sure it's off. Yep, it's black right now. And these are the adjustment caps. They're like, I think, waterproof. They have like a seal on them, which should be like, it's an advantage. I don't know. They said it's waterproof and fog-proof, so I think that's why. So the only con I really found for this is the slots on here are really small, and it's really close to the main color turret. So when you put a dime in there or a quarter and you try to turn it, basically hits the turret. So I recommend just getting a flat screwdriver and take it with you to the range when you're sighting it in, and make sure not to use these cap. If you lose these, it's gonna just look like shit. So that's basically it. I mean, for only like what, I think it runs you about 45, 50 bucks. This is like one of the best ever tried out there. There's another Chinese brands that look the same and they feel the same, but that's the clarity of this thing is ooh. It compares to my UTG 4-16. I mean, it's like the same clarity up to 100 yards. It looks just the same. This is just point and shoot kind of scope. If you, like me, if you're walking through Florida woods, I mean, Florida woods is like really thick pine trees and swamp cabbage and stuff, and oak, really oak, mossy trees. So you'd be walking in there, you don't know where the squirrel is going to jump on you. And if you have like a 6 mag or like a 4 to 16 mag, or like magnification, or like 4 to 25, like there's all kinds of different magnification, or like a 10 fixed scope magnification, like at the SWFA. You're gonna be like trying to chase the squirrel through a scope, and it's gonna be impossible. In my experience, the best magnification for shooting squirrels in the woods are 3 to 4. That's it. 5 if it's over 30 yards. 4 can be all over until 50 yards, no problem. Headshotting squirrel at 50 yards with this thing, piece of cake. If it was hunting season, I'll probably post some pictures of me hunting with this thing, but it's still like, I think, a couple of months left. So yeah, that's my review of it. So let me just show you the box and I'll get the impact out of the way. This is the box that comes in. It's a pretty generic box. It just says 4x30 on it. It has some definitions. These are the specs. Alright, so now let's just try to pop the box. Oh my god. When you don't have the scope inside, it's like nothing weighs it down. So you get basically an Allen key, 2 Allen keys for adjusting the scope, screws on it, a cleaning cloth, which I never use. I have my own. And a circuit gel, which these things are super good. I don't use the scope until like hunting season. I keep it stored in this. Florida is really humid, like 80% humid all year. So this thing makes it like super easy to like save it up, you know, because nothing's gonna rust out on it. I think it's made of aluminum and probably carbon steel, I think. Well, probably mostly aluminum, because aluminum is cheap and light. So to take it off, you have these hand turn things and just turn them away. It's off. If you want to remove the iron sights, there's an Allen key right here. Allen screw, and they provide you with the Allen key, so it's super easy to do. I found out that when I was trying to camp out for some raccoons in my backyard, that this rail came in super handy. I stuck my flashlight on there, my green flashlights for night hunting, and it was like super convenient. I have rails on my impact on both sides, but just having it on the scope makes it like an easier, because most rifles don't even have rails on the side, especially air rifles. And I forgot to mention, this scope is just not for air rifles. It can go on AR-15s, AKs, submachine gun. No, not submachine guns. Sorry, like MP5s, like submachine guns are semi-autos. You know, because it's illegal to own a full auto unless you have a 3rd degree license. So yeah, this can go on any firearm or air gun, as long as you're shooting with an air gun not past 50 yards. That's my recommendation for any air gun. This is a 30 cal, and still I will not shoot past 50 yards. I like headshots and hard shots, so I like to be super precise. But if you put this on AR-15, you can take it out to 600 yards, because you only need to hit like man-sized targets. You know, that's the military. This was copied of the Trigicon, which was made for the U.S. Marines. Okay, the U.S. military, and they need to hit like a man-sized target. I think it's 12 by 12 or 12 by 16 by 18. It's basically a torso of metal that they need to hit at 600 yards to qualify for the Marines. Don't quote me on that, I may be wrong, but that's what I know. Like, it has 100-yard 0, which is the cross, the 0, and then it has 6 other dashes under there. The last dash has a 6, which accordingly for a mil-spec ammunition, the last dash should be 600-yard 0 when you zero it 100 yards. So that's it, guys. I recommend buying this thing. There's other ones that are cheaper, like 25 bucks and 26 bucks, but honestly, I looked at them and tried them, seen the reviews. They suck, like for real. Like, the materials are shitty. This feels like aluminum coated with like rubber. Like, it has like a rubberized feeling to it. The clarity is awesome. Like, it compares to my UTG, which UTG like costs double the price of this. Actually, triple the price. It's $145, and this is about 45 or 49. I forgot really what I got it for. But there will be a link in the description for where to get this thing. It's Amazon Prime. It comes here in like 2 days, I think, and it's super good. You will not be disappointed in trying one. Right, peace out. Egyptian air gun right here.